What's up, Snack Pack Virgin Gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. If you ever found yourself on YouTube looking at people's thumbnails, and if you notice that a lot of Poketubers, they just ask a lot of questions in it, like, what will this set be doing? What will this card be doing in the future? Like your Miss Cleo or something like that. Like, you should know the answer. I don't know. I'm watching the video. You should be telling me this stuff, but it's always an open-ended question. Usually the video does have something to do with it, but I have noticed a lot of thumbnails lately that I thought were kind of goofy, and I thought, hey, why not you, fellow Virgin Gang, come with me and we can actually explore some of these thumbnails and answer the questions together. Because literally when I'm on YouTube, sometimes I'll just sit there and I'll like talk to the TV like I'm, not by myself, of course. There's certainly other people that are there. It's not what you think. But sometimes I answer. Sometimes I get my own opinion. I figured, hey, who else but you guys would like to know how I feel about other people's thumbnails and stuff? This is not a shot at their videos. I'm just kind of answering the question in the thumbnail. So without further ado, let's roll right into this shit.
Real talk.
So first and foremost, we have, were Pokemon Sword and Shield as bad as we thought? Now this is a pretty easy thing to actually debunk because a lot of people think Sword and Shield is really, really shitty, and I'm not really too sure where that initially came from other than the fact that people just didn't like certain things about it. Is it a perfect game? Absolutely not. I guess some people just didn't like the roster, the lack of national decks when it was coming out. People just thought it looked lazy and shitty compared to some of the other Switch games. Fair comparison, but I mean, Sword and Shield as a whole, the Pokemon, the roster, the trainers, the DLC, the things they added to it, as a whole of the game, now you try playing it, it's a completely different experience than what it was when you probably launched. Even its launch wasn't that bad. People want to act like this game's just a rotten pile of shit, but they'll go buy Sword and Shield TCG packs and talk about the praise of all that and be all up in that, talking about the Urshifus and the starters whose name they cannot remember for some reason, but they definitely played the game, and they definitely played the DLC. They'll tell you that to your face, but they know nothing about it. I'm sure that has nothing to do with anything. Maybe they have a carbon monoxide leak in their house. They're forgetting things. They just don't know. No, it's not that bad. It's really not. It's actually a pretty good Pokemon game. Is it the perfect Pokemon game? Is it top number one? Absolutely not. Not that bad, though. It's really not that shitty as some people make it out to be. These ones are kind of my personal kryptonite. Like, I like these, and I can't help myself but, like, just shout at my TV. Incandescent Arcana opening. Pokemon cards S11A Incandescent Arcana. Parentheses Silver Tempest. Otherwise, people in their smooth brains, they won't know how to use the power of Google, and they won't know what set this is. They're looking at the cards right here. They're keeping up, but if you don't put Silver Tempest in fucking parentheses, or say Silver Tempest Sneak Peek, or anything like that, like all everyone else does whenever they're opening up Japanese card sets, they're just dumb. They don't get it. They've been munching on crayons and asbestos their whole life. They're not gonna know what the fuck you're talking about. So make sure you put Silver Tempest in there. Is it worth opening? Yes, absolutely. It's 100% worth opening. In fact, a lot of the Japanese sets like this is a special set, only has 20 packs instead of 30. They do have standard booster boxes of 30. This is not gonna be a normal set. Actually, Paradigm Trigger is going to be a normal 30 card set. I got some of that coming in. I'm sure I'll do a video with me opening some of that up. But these ones are great. They're actually pretty cheap right now. They didn't sell super well. I mean, they sold great, but they printed a ton of them, I guess would be more accurate. They sold well. They just have still a good amount of them available. You can pick up these boxes for like 45, 50 bucks. You can pick up like Battle Region for like 40 bucks. You can pick up Dark Phantasma. These sets, the ones with the character cards in it, it's a super good way to stack up your card binder if you're trying to get into Japanese cards. You'll pull a bunch of character cards, you'll pull holos, you'll pull Vs, V-stars. You're guaranteed a secret rare. I've seen some really shitty English boxes where they'll open it up and they won't even pull a full art. Then they want to talk about Japanese boxes and it's like, oh, you only get one secret rare pull, and the secret rares include the full art trainers and the full art Pokemon. But hey, at least you're guaranteed one, right? Evolving Skies. Jesus Christ. This is like the cow whose teats they cannot stop suckling on. They'll just literally go over those. What does the future of Evolving Skies look like? The future hold for the Pokemon market? I don't fucking know. It's a Pokemon set. It's got a lot of good cards in it, but like, what is it with Evolving Skies? And like, just people will not put it down. They just won't stop talking about it. They'll literally like, it's like a doctor. Like every like time you go in for like a monthly checkup, like you gotta get your blood pressure checked or your blood sugar. It's like people check in on Evolving Skies like that. They're like, oh, Evolving Skies prices aren't doing so good. Looks like you were slacking on your diet a little bit there. Or if it's doing like really well, it's like, whoa, you've been kicking ass, buddy. Yeah, your blood readings are off the chart. People do that with Evolving Skies, like constantly going after like Rayquaza or Umbreon, tracking the prices, tracking the actual box sets for what they're going up on. It's literally the content that people just will not stop talking about. I mean, I get it. The views are there. I'm not shitting on anybody for doing it. It's just, goddamn, there's other sets you can talk about. There's some pretty successful sets in Sword and Shield too. But Evolving Skies, those alt arts, man, I swear. All right, case in point, twice baked Jake. What is happening with Evolving Skies? Look, I got a great idea, a content idea for anybody that wants it. Say, pick a alt art, pick a card, pick something like that. I'm gonna pick Genesect V alt art. This is my card, no one else can pick it. Now do that, this is gonna be for short-term content, by the way. Just fucking start reporting on it, just start talking about it like every week or so. What's up with Genesect V? The prices look a little down, and then like 2 weeks later, the prices for Genesect V are through the roof. Is this a fucking banger card right here? Is this one you should tell your mom to go out and buy and dump her life savings into? Sell all your jewelry, grandma, buy Genesect V cards. Like, pick a card, do anything like that, and just track it. Just watch it for like 6 months and make videos on it over time. That's literally, that's what these guys do. They just literally have picked Evolving Skies. It's their little love child. It's their little Graftian twin on their face right here that they're just keeping track of. Like, oh my god, they just will not shut up about Evolving Skies. Hey, get your views, man. 48,000 views. I wish. I goddamn wish. We got OK J-Love here with which alternate art Pokemon card is the best. I mean, that's a super easy, obvious choice. It's going to be Gardevoir and Sylveon GX from the tag team era. That's the best alternate art card they've ever made. What he's talking specifically, Sword and Shield. Okay, well, I guess we'll get super specific with that. It's going to be the Glaceon cards. I like the Glaceon V and the VMAX for that. It's they're good cards, but you're going to see a lot of people asking this, especially as it comes up. Oh, J-Love, when will your content improve? Oh man, this was a funny one. 1 year later, PSA took 365 days to grade my Pokemon cards. Yo, dude, there's people that had like their cards out for like 550, 600 days. They were pushing almost 2 years in some cases. I'm glad you got your cards back. Was it worth it? For you, probably, PokeRev. You have some pretty banger cards. I've seen some of the stuff you have. For your average collector, though, I would say it was only worth it if you think your time is worthless. 365 days? God damn, PSA. And look, someone's gonna be like, oh, PSA had a huge backlog. Yeah, you know how PSA could have fucking solved that? When they saw the influx of cards, the second they realized, oh shit, we're not gonna be able to grade all these cards. They probably should have stopped it a lot sooner than that. Been like, hey, not taking any more subs at this point. But no, they let it ride. They saw the money, their dollar signs, Scrooge McDuck looking asses were like, oh yeah, we gotta get this stuff rolling big. Like, that's what took a year. So yeah, it was probably worth it for him. For the average collector, I don't know. Maybe your shoes are a little different, but only if you think your time is worthless would I say for sure. Silver Tempest, a top 3 set. So this dude right here, this is a guy that I like to like look at sometimes and talk about just because his thumbnails are fantastic and a little smug face he's got going on. Best set of Sword and Shield era? Silver Tempest set and product review. Bro, you don't even have the actual set or product at all yet. You're looking at it online, but it's not in your hand. That would literally be like talking about like a video game and like giving it a full comprehensive review without having the game even come out yet. Based on the demo, I'm thinking that this stuff looks like I don't know if it's the best set of Sword and Shield. It probably could be. There's a lot of things that are going well for it. I mean, it's got alternate arts in it and trainer gallery, so it's probably going to be looked at very well. The alternate art Lugia is shaping up to be really fucking cool, but I mean, like, top 3 sets, we don't even know what, there could be 2 more sets coming out for Sword and Shield. Could be a holiday set, and there could be a whole nother bonus set. Are you going to adjust this list after those come out? You're going to do a reread. Oh, that's why they do these videos, so they can actually redo the videos later on. Then they have 2 videos or multiple videos that stuff up. Ah, I see you. You're actually kind of smart. Hey, excuse me, as I was. And then last but certainly not least, I saved this for last on purpose because I got a decent amount to say about this. Is this the worst Pokemon Sword and Shield set? Pokemon pack opening. Now, if you had to guess, based on your knowledge on what people think is the worst Sword and Shield set, what pack would you say this is right here? If you said Battle Styles, ding, 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 you're a Cool Trainer Ryan viewer for sure. People hate this set. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I don't really understand the criticism on it too much because, I mean, yes, it's got like pull rates that aren't like the trainer gallery or anything like that, but this is the set that brought in alt arts to the Sword and Shield era with the Urshifus, and then you had your Tyranitar and your Empoleon, and those are great cards. Those are fantastic fucking cards. I don't really understand the blatant hatred towards the set. It literally brought in the era of Sword and Shield that everybody likes. Ask people about Vivid Voltage and back. Like Darkness Ablaze, some people like because it had Charizard in it. Ask people about Rebel Clash. You think they like that set? You think they like it even though it has pretty good cards in it like Sonya or, the starters, the rainbow starters that are in there? You think people like those? No. Fuck no, they don't like those cards. I've never understood where the shit for Battle Styles is hated for. It's a regular Pokemon card set. It's not even bad. It has alternate arts and all. It was a good set. It has decent trainers. It has the alternate Pokemon people. I don't know. I don't fucking get it. I don't really understand it. It was super cheap, especially during when people were having a hard time getting cards. Like, people could not sell Battle Styles. And that was actually one of the English booster boxes I picked up. Pulled in an alternate art, pulled a rainbow, pulled a full art trainer. It was pretty good. I don't know. People just don't like good sets, I guess. They just want to trash, and Battle Style is going to be one of those sets, though, people look back on later, and they're going to be like, oh, that was a banger set. Oh, that was good. People just had their heads in the sand. People weren't paying very good attention. This set, absolute banger. Huh, let's go! And they're going to open it, and it's like... I mean, it's probably going to happen. Just... goofy stuff. I thought it was an alright set. That's all I got. Once again, no personal hatred or anything like that. I'm not making fun of anybody's videos, just kind of looking at thumbnails. And I talk to my TV sometimes. I just like to answer questions that people ask in thumbnails. Seems to be a very common thing. Hopefully you got something out of this. Hopefully you did this. I like talking about Pokemon cards and sets and TCG news. It's just it's a lot of fun for me. Hopefully you enjoyed it too. I appreciate y'all. Hope you're having a good day. See you later, virgins. Make sure you wash behind those ears.